What was it like for you the week of the draft?
Oh, man, such a great question. It was, I was the total opposite of everybody we talk about typically during this week. So I was such a bottom of the barrel prospect that before the draft, my agent told me he thought there was a 50-50 chance that I would even get signed. So people don't even realize there's a total other part of this, right? I knew I had no prayer of getting drafted. I just wanted a chance. I really just wanted, especially coming from a small school like Princeton, I just wanted a chance to go up against a guy from Baylor or A&M or the Texas Longhorns and just see how good they were. So I don't know why, but I sat there and watched the whole draft. By the way, I only ever got called twice during the draft. Both times, it was the Bengals. And this was 2001. The Bengals had not had a winning season at that point in over a decade. They were the worst of the worst. Whoever you think the worst of the worst is, they're not, maybe the Jags, still not as bad as the Bengals were thought of in 2001. But I'm telling you guys, when they called my phone in the first round, I answered that call and I said, I'm ready to be a Bengal. Let's do
it. Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, so when Washington did call you, were you like, oh my gosh, really? What was that like?
So, what's interesting about it is it was all my agent. So here's the thing that's crazy, okay? My agent told me the longer it takes for me to hear from him after the draft, the worse a sign that is. Okay, so then I sit there for about an hour after the draft. This is when it was a 2-day draft, Saturday and Sunday. I'm sitting there for an hour, and I still haven't heard from him. Meanwhile, all of my roommates, who were my college teammates, they're all at the eating club, which is kind of like a sorority and a fraternity combined into one. And they're having a cookout, and they're drinking beers. And you guys got to understand, okay? I made a conscious decision to try to play in the NFL. It was not like a foregone conclusion. Because I was such a bottom-of-the-barrel prospect, I really had to decide whether or not I wanted to even try it. And I knew that it meant, not really partying at all. My second semester senior year of college, which my roommates were partying every night. Every night. And I was getting up at 5:30 a.m. to work out. So I had to eat something. So I walk out to the eating club. Guys, I got like a hot dog or a burger. I couldn't eat it. I couldn't even look at my buddies. I mean, I thought I had just wasted 5 months of my life. I thought I had just blown the whole second semester of my senior year. Finally, I went back. I couldn't take it anymore. So I went back to the dorm room. As I'm walking up the steps, I hear my phone ring. This is like before cell phones. I got a cell phone like a month later, 2001. I start running up the stairs, and I answer the phone, and it's my agent. And he says, where were you? I said, well, I was hungry, and you told me the longer it took after the draft, the worse sign it was. So I figured I wasn't getting signed. He said, well, you are the newest member of the Washington, at the time, Redskins. And just talking with you guys right now, I get chills because it went from, picture the emotions, okay? Everybody listening or watching or whatever, picture the emotions of going in with uncertainty, which is not something that people like in life, and then being at the lowest low. It didn't happen. My dream in life did not come true. I just wasted all this time. And then the exact opposite happens. I'm getting signed. I'm getting my chance to play in the NFL. I immediately sprinted back out to the eating club. I walked to the back, in the back where all my buddies are, all the girls in their sundresses or whatever. and I just point to the sky and say, Washington. And they went nuts. All my buddies came over. It was like 5 or 6 of us just jumping up and down because they were so happy for me. And, you know, it was especially rare back then for an Ivy League guy to get a chance in the NFL. So they were all kind of living vicariously through me. Honestly, it's a top 20, maybe even top 10 memory in my life. I appreciate you asking.
Well, Ross, there's going to be a lot of memories like that for guys this weekend, a lot of great